Hello, everyone. Welcome to AudioGo's Sound On webinar series. Today, we'll be talking about hyper-targeted holiday advertising that works. So come on in. We'll wait a few minutes as everyone gets settled in. And while you wait, I wanted to do like a bit of a roll call. So in the comments, tell me where you guys are from and what industry you're in, or, what type of company that you're here representing. We want to know who we have in the crowd, who we're talking to.
And also, hear us. Let us know you can hear us as well. Want to make sure it's working.
Yes.
So if you can hear us, like Crystal mentioned, drop us a note. Oh, perfect.
There we go. Hey, Anna. Thanks, Susan. Appreciate that.
Great. Yeah, like Crystal mentioned, we're just going to give folks a couple more minutes. It looks like folks are still trickling in, and then we'll get started.
Are you guys excited for the holiday season here? Say yes or give me a thumbs up. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Oh, I hear you, Eric. Eric's very excited about the holiday season. Yes. We are excited about streaming too. All that, holiday music playing while you're cooking and while you're, hanging out with your family and friends. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, and the eggnog. Can't forget the eggnog. So again, we'll take about one more minute here. Oh, go ahead, Aaron. What do you got to
Oh,
say?
I was just saying hi to Christian. She dropped a note. Hey, Christian, good to see you here.
Nice. Yep. So we'll do about one more minute. Hey, okay. We got Lena from Sparklight Advertising. Thank you for joining us. So again, thank you guys for joining us. You are here with AudioGo teams. With the AudioGo team, I'm Crystal, and we are here for the Hyper-Targeted Holiday Advertising That Works webinar presented by our senior business developer. Is that your title? That's your title, right? Ann Murphy. So it's go time. Take it away, Ann.
Thanks, Crystal. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for taking the time here. Oops, excuse me. All right, there we go. Thanks so much for taking the time today. Excited to talk to you about this. And as Crystal may have mentioned in the beginning as well, please do any questions you have, we'll address them. Go ahead and drop them in on the question section. We'll either address them as we go, or we'll save some time towards the end to answer your questions. But really excited to show you what we have today. And really, some folks on the line may say, hey, I've used AudioGo a lot and I've seen some of this information before, but we're really looking at everything from a very holiday specific lens today. And so just keep that in mind. It's really how you can take advantage of the platform. And really, at this time of year, people are really spending more time streaming. People are getting together with friends, family, listening to music, listening to holiday music. Really puts us in a really good position to reach new customers, reach new listeners through this medium that only continues to grow in terms of effectiveness and usage from listeners across the U.S. So with that, I'll get started. So here's our agenda today. So we're going to take a look at, first we'll talk about kind of in general holiday trends and spend, kind of some statistics around the holidays, around where people are streaming, what they're doing, why holiday marketing is effective, that sort of thing. Then we're going to dive right into how you can really target folks listening to holiday music, how you can create great holiday ads through AudioGo. We'll also touch on our display retargeting feature as a way to kind of reach folks while they're at that moment, while they're shopping after they heard your ad. So pretty powerful stuff. And then we'll finish off with some holiday ad campaign examples. And please do stick around for the whole presentation. At the end, we also have a special offer for some free advertising dollars for taking the time out of your day. So with that, I'll jump right in here. All right. So I think it's no surprise that holidays or not, people are spending more and more time online shopping on their phones, on their devices, but that really ramps up over the holiday season, particularly around mobile as well. So this year, in 2021, holiday online sales will rise over 14.4%, and that number might not seem huge, but that really, think about where we were a year ago, a year and a half ago, right? People are really getting excited about not only just getting out in their community, but getting together for the holidays and for shopping. So we are expecting to see a big rise in online shopping and online sales. Of course, everyone's using their mobile devices. So mobile devices are predicted, or mobile purchases, excuse me, predicted to account for 36% of all online shopping sales this year. That number over the last 5 years has only continued to gone up and will continue to go up. And of course, when we're talking about mobile devices, that's where everyone's streaming and listening to music, right? So you're kind of reaching them on that same device, in that same setting where they're making those purchasing decisions. And this last stat here, mobile apps are converting customers 157% more often than their mobile website counterparts. So people are in apps, they're searching, they're shopping, and while they're doing all that, you can kind of see it in this image with the woman in her headphones, they're listening to music, right? So that's really where we want to reach them right at that moment, really powerful to help with getting them excited about your message and maybe considering your offering while they're in that purchase mode. So it's great to see that folks are, spending more time on mobile. They're spending more time online shopping for the holidays. But when we talk about holiday streaming, maybe one question is it effective? Is this going to be something where they hear the message? Are they going to be excited to make a purchase? Do audio ads work over the holidays? Do audio ads work in general? And as you can see with these stats here, the answer is absolutely yes. So first and foremost, I think we all on this call know the power of podcast advertising and how often and how much people are really spending with podcasts. And so this first stat here, 86% of podcast listeners say they have made a holiday purchase as a result of hearing a podcast ad. I mean, that's almost 9 out of 10 folks who hear an ad during the holidays make that purchase from a podcast ad. So very, very powerful. And again, with AudioGo, you can reach listeners right on podcasts with that holiday message. So really, really strong conversion there. 2 in 3 gift givers say they could be influenced by streaming holiday ads or podcast ads. So, a good majority of folks say that while they hear an ad, it can help them get inspired for gifts for family, for friends. So they're definitely in that holiday shopping mode while they're listening, and that really can help them convert. Also, smart speaker streams increased 76% from October to December this year. I think that's really no surprise, right? Going back to what's going on, even whether it's Thanksgiving time, later on in December, all the different holidays across this season, people are spending time with family and friends. They're turning on the Alexas, the Google Homes, listening to music, and even while they're socializing, it's a great place and time to reach them with that right message. I think really with all this, it kind of goes back to with audio, right? It's a very powerful medium. Put yourself in the shoes of a listener, or think about when yourself and you're listening. We're typically listening to our favorite music, or maybe our favorite holiday songs. We're listening to a podcast about a subject matter that we're really interested in. So if we can reach the right listener at the right moment with that right message, while they're thinking about their holiday shopping or thinking about what they should be doing in the holidays, we can really give a strong conversion in terms of having this listener become a consumer or a new customer for us. So just wanted to kind of set the table there of, people are spending more time shopping online this year. People are excited to get back together with friends, family, and a great way to get them to convert is through holiday advertising, as we can see here with these statistics. So now that we talked a little bit about holiday statistics and listening habits and the like for 2021, really want to jump right into, so that's all great, but how can we kind of take action on this? What can we do with AudioGo to really make the most out of the holiday season and our advertising? And we have a variety of different tools for you to do that. And so first and foremost, we have a lot of great targeting options for you to reach the right listeners this holiday season. So the one thing that some of the folks on this call may have used are behavioral segments. And as an example, those are the listeners' interests or status. So what they're interested in, what they're, are they homeowners, things like that. And we have a lot of very, very holiday specific interests and statuses to kind of help you out. So for example, if you're maybe an e-commerce brand or you want to reach people who are shopping, we have a retail shopping segment. So you can directly reach folks. We even have a shopping segment. We have folks who are tech enthusiasts that you can reach, as you can see on the right there. A variety of different options. You can reach married couples, you can reach households with children, you can reach parents, you can reach students this holiday season, people with higher income, things like that. A variety of different ways for you to reach the right target audience in terms of behavioral segments. Of course, we're talking about streaming here. We also have great ways for you to reach folks based off what they're listening to. We actually, and some of you may have seen this, but I'm sure more and more, we're starting to see more and more folks use it. We recently added Christmas music and kind of holiday music as a genre that you can tap into as well. And then on the podcast side, a variety of different options there. You can reach folks who are interested in technology, things like that. So we have a lot of different great targeting tools, whether it's the actual music they're listening to or their sort of interest or status for you to reach folks during this holiday season. So that's the general sort of behavioral segment and listening targeting. We also have, as a lot of you may know, our retargeting tool. And so just to kind of explain what that is, our display retargeting tool with AudioGo, of course, while someone's hearing your ad, you're actually able to upload some display banners. You can see them here as an example, so that listeners can tap or click to learn more. It doesn't cost anything additional for the companion display banners, so absolutely include those. But if we really want to turn it up a notch and kind of reach more of the same listeners and really help that conversion rate, driving folks to that website, we do have our retargeting feature. And this feature allows us to basically the same listeners that hear your ad later on when they're browsing online on different websites through display networks, we're actually able to show them that same display banner. So regardless of the holidays, it really goes a long way with conversion. But particularly in the holidays, we're actually able to reach these people while they're shopping online. Going back to those initial stats we talked about, where people are spending more time shopping online this holiday season on mobile, we're able to reach them with this display retargeting. And one thing we wanted to touch on too that a lot of folks might not know, you see some familiar names in the top right here, Google, AOL, Verizon, Adobe. These are the different sort of networks and groups that we're able to reach through our retargeting. So a lot of those name brand websites you visit, a lot of those kind of typical online places that people visit, we're able to reach them through our retargeting. And during the holidays, I think this really only gets more powerful, because not only can they hear you while they're listening to their favorite music or podcasts or listening to some holiday music, but then after the fact, while they're literally doing their online shopping, we'll be able to show them that display banner that you uploaded as well. So really helps improve conversion rates by reinforcing that call to action, really expands your digital footprint. It's one touch, one click of the button for multi-channel marketing, which is great. And it's not a sophisticated thing to set up. You just click it, upload those banners, and then we'll help you get there and get that exposure. And we, as you can see on the bottom left here, a lot of folks who have enabled this, they see anywhere from a 2 to 4x increase in click-through rate. So it really helps drive those clicks. And I think this holiday season, it's a great way to reach people kind of in that setting, like I mentioned. So those are kind of the targeting features that we have where you can really dive in and drill down to reach the folks during the holidays and in that setting. But not only can we do that, but of course, we want to make sure, like I mentioned, we want to reach the right people with the right message at the right time. The right message piece is exactly this. So we can actually create a great holiday ad for you. As a lot of you know, our service creates professional studio recorded audio ads for only $10. And so this holiday season, we actually, as you can see on the right, we have holiday related background tracks. So you can actually really not only target folks who are listening to holiday music, but you can get that right message in the right setting by having that right background music. So it really is a seamless experience for the listener. So, you just upload your script as usual. We recommend this holiday season, making some sort of holiday hook, talk about the holidays, touch on it, mention it in your call to action. Select your voice actor. We have a variety of different background track options, a few different holiday related music options. And then in less than 24 hours, about one business day, you'll have that audio ad back for you to review and launch. So again, I think that really the big message here is people are spending a lot of time shopping and a lot of time online on their mobile devices, listening to holiday music. We want to make sure that we meet them with that right holiday message and as well include that retargeting to reach them not only while they're listening, but even after the fact while they're online doing that shopping. AudioGo helps you reach them in all those moments to really create a great experience for the listener and really help you reach listeners as an advertiser. So next we wanted to touch on a few different examples. So we have a few different example ads here, and Crystal, I'll kind of give the background. I'll give read the description here, and then we could play that ad so folks can take a listen. And so our first example is Elfster. So Elfster is a gift exchange app and website to make gift giving easier. And when they came to AudioGo, their initial goal was to increase brand awareness about the app, to help individuals spend less time organizing and more time celebrating during the holidays. So Crystal, if you want to go ahead and play that ad so folks can take a listen, I think they did a great job.
The holidays are a lonely and depressing.
That was the wrong one, sorry.
That's good.
Here we go.
App. It's the 2020 way to exchange gifts, plus setup is a snap. Invite friends, draw names, and exchange gifts. It's that easy. Sign up now at elfster.com and let the elves take care of the rest. That's ELFSTER. Hey, even Santa says Elfster is the very best.
Awesome. And so, of course, I know the app itself is very tied directly to the holidays, but I think they did a couple great things there. They had that great holiday music in the background. They kind of had a play on with Santa and things like that. And then also they really did a great job with the call to action, kind of reinforcing that. So they mentioned the website. They kind of explained what their offering is, and then they really spelled out the website. We always want to think about the listener experience when we're creating an audio ad, and I think a big piece of that is understanding that they might be on the go, right? They might be driving, working out, listening to holiday music with friends and family, and so really making sure that folks can understand how to interact with your brand or project is really important. So definitely reiterate that call to action, spell it out if possible, make it as easy as possible for listeners to interact with you. And so a couple stats from the campaign. So we delivered over 1 million impressions for them. We reached over 722,000 unique individuals, and they had a really, really high listen through rate of 98.6%. So almost everyone got through that entire message, heard the ad, and when they set up their campaign as well, they did a great job with their targeting. So going back to the holiday targeting we were talking about, they created that background track that included the holiday music, and then they target, in this particular example, they were targeting moms. So they targeted females, 25 and up age range. They actually targeted parents and new parents, households with children as well. And so that was their focus on targeting, and I think they really saw some great results, reached a ton of listeners, and really helped spread that brand awareness about the Elfster app. So we'll go on to the next example, and so this one is Good News Ministries. So this is a nonprofit that provides shelter for homeless neighbors, underprivileged youth, and medically underserved in their community. So doing a really great thing here, really helpful during the holidays. I think they really ramp up the services they offer, really make sure that people are feeling comfortable as best as possible during the holiday season. And so again, in this particular campaign, the goal is to increase awareness about the various ways that folks can help during the holidays. So Crystal, if you want to go ahead and play that ad as well.
For many homeless, the holidays are a lonely and depressing time of year. But you can make a difference. For the price of a cup of coffee, you can partner with Good News Ministries to relieve the pain of those experiencing homelessness. It can start by simply providing a hot meal, warm bed, and words of encouragement. Click the ad and help Good News Ministries provide a hand up for the hopeless.
So really great message there, and I think we all, when we can, we really want to give back, particularly in the holiday season, for those who may be having a tough time. And so I think the couple things they did here, they have a really strong message. I think they reiterated their brand name so folks understand where to interact and how they can help. They also, main call to action here is really to click through to the ad. And so this is something where we'd want to make sure we have some great display banners on there. Make sure that it's easy for folks to understand and click through, and then send them to the right website where they can actually, of course, donate and help out with this great cause. So I believe they targeted folks with higher income, I think homeowners as well as parents, that sort of thing, and then folks who are interested in society and culture. There's different ways to kind of reach that and to giving. So yeah, we delivered a great amount of impressions, over 55,000 impressions. Reached over 43,000 individuals. Again, really strong listen through rate. That's really a natural part of audio advertising, really high engagement, much more so than things like display, which I think really goes a long way with with a message like this. So another great example ad. We have one more for us here, more of a retail shopping example. So this was for the outlet shops of Bluegrass. So of course, as we know, retail shops always looking for new ways to be heard throughout the holidays. There's a lot of different advertisers out there. So really, how can you cut through the noise? And quite literally, audio is a great way to do that. So they used audio advertising to target retail shoppers and then educate them about savings that they have at their outlets in Louisville. So Crystal, if you want to go ahead and play this one as well.
The outlet shops of the Bluegrass has something for everyone on my list. Let's see here. Chloe just needs something sparkly from Kate Spade, and Beth wants shoes from Tory Burch, cookware from Le Creuset. For Jack, does he even know how to cook? With all these stylish savings, I can totally afford to treat myself. With stores like Puma, Columbia, and Michael Kors, holidays at the outlet shops of the Bluegrass are hard to get off your mind. Save up to 70% for everyone on your nice list. See website for details.
Awesome. So yeah, I think they did a good job there of kind of putting the listener in the shoes of someone who's got to make those tough holiday shopping decisions, maybe some last minute decisions. I know that happens to me too often. I'll try to get ahead of it this year. But I think they did a great job there. Again, they're talking about the various brands that they have available, trying to get people excited about it, letting them know to visit the website. They mentioned the outlets named a few different times. Again, they targeted retail shoppers, shopping, a few of those examples we saw in the past. And I believe parents as well. So you can see a kind of a common theme here. Really, the great thing about AudioGo is you can really build out and choose the personas that you reach through our different targeting options. And basically in the holiday season, we have some great tools for you to do that. So we thought those were some great examples of some holiday ads. There's a ton more on the platform, and definitely want to help you get yours set up. So please let us know how we can do that. Feel free to reach out to us here. I think for the most part, that was everything that we had in terms of the deck here. So we really appreciate your time. We're going to jump right into questions. I think there's a lot of them. So we'll spend plenty of time answering those questions that you entered in, but really appreciate you taking the time here. So we did want to offer this $100 of free ad credits for the holidays and for you to get your message out there. So go ahead and use code HOLIDAY21 in your account for those free ad dollars. And that's over, by the way, over 5,500 free ads for this holiday season. So definitely take advantage of this. I believe this expires at the end of December. So definitely want to get your campaigns up and live. As you can see down below, there's my email. If you have any other questions or want to talk a little more deeper, want to strategize on your particular holiday campaign, shoot me an email. Happy to find time for a call. That's ian.murphy@audiogo.com. And then down below as well, we recently really revamped our social. A big part of that is thanks to Crystal. So take a look at our different socials. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check us out on LinkedIn. We always have great updates and great information, new stats coming out all the time in the audio space. So definitely share and follow. And outside of that, we'll go ahead and jump into the questions. So Crystal, do you want to read off the questions and I'll answer them, or do you want me to take a look at them? Either way works for me.
Absolutely. I got you. So one of our questions, our first questions come from Keith. He said, where does audio get the data for behavioral data? Is it first party? Is it third party? And could you provide a concrete example of how you define someone as an online shopper?
Online shopper, great question. Yeah, really, really good question. So the way that it works is we essentially work with a trusted third party. They're kind of an industry leader in building out these different segments. So happy to talk through that more explicitly offline, but essentially it's a industry trusted partner that aggregates information on users, and really it's things like those cookies that follow us around the internet, other things, other ways, but it's essentially they build out profiles through different search activity, through their activity online, to get a pretty kind of surprisingly accurate a profile of the user. And that's for all of us. And again, it's all done with, of course, privacy in mind. But yeah, so it's a trusted third party there that we work with. And in terms of your question around online shoppers, I think the segment we have are shoppers. I'll double check if we have online, but I think generally we have a shopping and retail shopping segment. And the way that works, it's really, you could think of it as someone who's maybe doing some online shopping themselves, or maybe they're looking at different products online. Maybe they're visiting certain retail websites. That's really how we know that they're a shopper, and also they've made some purchases at different websites. So that's kind of all that activity gets put into this to make sure that we understand, hey, this person is kind of a shopper at this moment in time. So hope that answers.
Yep. And I'll just go ahead and say this. Yes, the webinar is being recorded and it will be sent out along with the deck after this. So for our next question, can you elaborate more on LTR, the listen through rate? What's that exactly?
Yeah. Sorry, that's a great point. I know I mentioned it, but didn't really explain that. So it's a good question. And so the listen through rate, you kind of think of it like the click through rate on any sort of display or display type advertising. The listen through rate is how many people listen to the ad all the way through. And so naturally with audio, there's really high engagement. Some folks, generally speaking, they may not be able to skip the ad, but that really is a great thing as the advertiser, because instead of, I know myself, when I'm sitting there watching a YouTube video, I'm just waiting for that countdown to be finished so I can just click skip ad and move on. Where with audio, they may not have that opportunity, but regardless, there's really kind of high engagement there. They're listening to some holiday music, then they hear a holiday ad come on, and they're going to listen through that message. So yeah, short answer there, it's how many people listen to the ad all the way through. And again, with audio, you can really expect high engagement. 98% and up is pretty typical for that. And that goes back to, again, audio just naturally has kind of higher engagement than display. Great question.
Cool, thanks. Can you walk us through how to target other countries during the holidays?
Other countries, interesting question. Yeah, so as of today, AudioGo is only in the US. And without giving too much of a spoiler, we are expanding into some other countries coming up. So likely some English-speaking countries first, but keep an eye out for an email with more information around that. Today, though, it's only in the US, but the great thing is across our network, we have over 100 million monthly listeners that you can tap into across the US. And actually, one thing I'll elaborate on that, some other platforms may have problems where they're running out of inventory towards the end of the year. Sometimes, inventory gets sold up. AudioGo really doesn't have as much of a problem there because we work with a lot of different publishers and we have a ton of different listeners across our network. So there's very little chance that we won't be able to reach your target audience on AudioGo in the US.
Nice. Next question from Dorothy. Will your staff, us, be building the ad and target? What will we help build the ad and target the audience?
Yeah, definitely. So we have everything you need to be successful here at AudioGo. And first and foremost with the ad, as I pointed out before, it's $10, professional studio recorded audio ad. We can put holiday background music in that. So we'll take care of all that. You essentially just tell us what you want the professional voice actor to say, what type of voice type you want, and then you choose the background music. And then we'll create that ad for you within about a day and get that back to you. And by the way, as well, you can let us know if you like it or not. If there's something wrong with the ad, we're happy to fix it. We do it all the time. You can absolutely get that ad revised. You're not stuck with it. So we can absolutely help you build out the ad. And then to the next part of the question, actually, delivering the ad itself and reaching the right target audience. We have all the tools in there for you to set it up yourself. If you feel uncomfortable or have some questions, shoot me an email here at ian.murphy@AudioGo. I'll personally help you get your campaign set up, make sure that it's all set up for success and reaching the right amount of listeners and has the right targeting and everything. So short answer there is we can help with everything.
Okay, cool. We have an interesting question. Can you target at North Pole?
That's a great question. It's something that I'll talk to my team about for the holiday. We can reach out to Santa and see what we can do there. So.
Okay, nice. We have one more question from Leslie. Leslie, if you can hear me, I just asked you to clarify the question. I think it asks, what is the recommended time for AudioGo ads?
Yeah, it might be around the length of the ad, and feel free to elaborate in the comments and we could address it. But with AudioGo, it's a good question. I didn't mention this. With AudioGo, our ads are 30 seconds in length. So 30 seconds at maximum. Technically, you can do 15-second spots. You can do 5-second spots. It doesn't have to be fully 30 seconds, but generally speaking, that time is yours, and we recommend using that full time. You'd be surprised, 30 seconds can go by pretty quickly. So I definitely recommend using that full 30 seconds if possible.
Got it. Okay. Do you have a good reference for any sources for the stat comparison so that we can compare our ads?
That's a really good question. Yeah, I think in our follow-up email here, we'll probably drop some more information around the sources. I think there was Adweek and some Nielsen stats in there amongst others. I think there was a SiriusXM article that we referenced as well. So we'll send out some more of that information so that you can review that directly. And then from there, you should be able to kind of cross-reference that with any of the information you have on your side. That's a good question.
And I also think this question may be asking, is there information out there so whenever this particular person or company launches their ad, they can compare to see how their ad is doing?
Thank you, Crystal, for the clarification. Yeah, no, it's a good question. And I think on the AudioGo platform, on our blog, we have a variety of different resources and statistics there. And then so once you're running your campaign and you see the stats that come up there, you can reference, and by the way, this will all be recorded, so you'll be able to see this after the fact. So you could reference all this and the other great stats that we have there against your current ads to see how they're performing. And also one thing I'd mention here too, you can always reach out to us over, we have a chat tool, and that actually goes to a live person. So feel free to reach out over chat while your campaign's ending. And you can ask us, hey, how's my campaign performing? Do you have any recommendations? And we could find time for a call or give you some recommendations right then and there. So definitely reach out to us after your campaign ends, and we could definitely take a look together.
All right, those are all the questions that we have. Again, thank you everyone for coming. Be sure to follow us on social media at AudioGo Ads, Facebook and LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. We may have some special offers. And tell everybody what you learned. If you really enjoyed the webinar, share a blurb, share a stat or something that you learned with the rest of the world too, because we're all about educating the world about audio advertising. And any final words?
No, Crystal, that's it. Thank you everybody for taking the time. Really appreciate it. And again, just want to mention that this promo code will expire before the end of the year. So definitely take advantage of it, get that message out there. And if you have any other follow-up questions, reach out to me at this email here. And thanks so much for taking the time out of your day.
Bye.